Hello everybody, and welcome to another episode of NoSkillCraft. I'm over here on this little mountain just outside the spawn chunk boundary, the new village breeder right over there, and I'm coming over here to set up my beacon because I'm going to be cleaning out a bit of the mountain today. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So yeah, I'm going to be putting my beacon down, and I'm basically going to clean out a large chunk of this mountain, so that way it definitely has to be below that false village, and this is where the trading post is going to be, so I want to flatten it out and make myself a nice little area for it. So I think what I'm going to do is finish setting up this here beacon and then do some kind of high-speed trickery so you can watch me clean off a mountain. I think that should be a good way to start this here episode. Oh, I put that in the wrong spot, of course I did. That's what I get for trying to talk at the same time as do this. So let me get my beacon set up and clean off this mountain. So bad. It only took about 10 minutes to clear all these blocks out, so I'm just gonna go pick them all up because I don't want to. Oh, my inventory's full, so I gotta go dump those out. But yeah, I'm gonna go and collect some items that I need for the construction of this, and then I will be back in a sec. Alright, so I got this first little pod done, and then once you get these in, you just basically gotta break all these. I still have my beacon up with instant mine on, so I don't want to use my pick and bust up all the ground around here and just make a big mess of things. So I'm just gonna smash these down with my trusty axe, and you basically just want to leave this kind of just the activator and powered rail. These were just temporary to make everything line up all nice and neat. And then you want to power up. Where's my levers? There they are. You want to power up all the powered rails on the bottom by just going along and going plunk, 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 plunk. Stick a lever on all of these, and then you go through and turn them all on. Now all the powered rails are lit up. So, and then the next thing you need to do is lay a bunch of torches in kind of this pattern. You go torch, torch, put a block there, and then you put another torch on top, oops, up on top, which is going to come out and go into a repeater. Which is going to do stuff with the front of this, which we'll do as soon as I'm done setting up all these torches. Alright, I fucked up. It's totally not activator rails. It's detector rails I need to use, and so I need to tear up all of these and replace them with the proper kind. Fuck. Alright. Ensign is flying around here. So I've got these all properly in place. The activator rails were replaced, and the next step is put all these fences in, and that's not facing the right direction. You need to be facing this direction. So yeah, I need to put a bunch of fences in like that, and and then these are all temporary blocks. Let me just stick these down here real quick. Temporary blocks. Now I need to get back up on the top and stick all these fences in. Fence up, fence, 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 and fence. And then I need to clear out these temporary blocks and get set up for the next part. So let me do that. Alright, so I'm just putting these slabs in place, which are the slabs that are going to hold these trap doors in place. So I just need to jump back up on here and run around and put all these trap doors in, and these will hold the villagers in their mine carts in place until I want to drop them. And then I need to run around here and make a way to get up. Like this. And then I need to take that block out and replace it with one of these. I need to put blocks up like that. And on all of these I'm going to put a button. Can I get an angle to put a button on it? Not from here. Shit. Yeah, this is what happens. You fall around a bunch when you're trying to build shit. Yeah, it's awesome. And you stick a button on there, and then that button will activate the trapdoor and allow the main cart to fall out. So, ha! It's the way she goes. I'm going to put all those blocks up and put buttons on them. Alright, so these cells are basically done. So what's going to happen is the minecart will drop in from above. Come on. And land on that, which will shut this gate so no other ones will fall in. And then if you don't like the villager because he's a green shirt or whatever, or you just don't like his face, you just push this button and boop, he's going to fall out. And down here will be another set of powered rails which will take them on to their demise. So, ha! That's one set in and 2 more sets to go. So, I think I'm going to move my camera account into position and do another quick little time lapse of me putting these cells together. Alright, So that was again only about 10 minutes of work. It wasn't too bad at all. It's got all these cells set up for all villagers to come in, and I think that's all I'm going to do for tonight. And then tomorrow I'm going to come in and set up all the waterways around that the villagers will be transported through. I'm going to make the place where the villagers are going to like drop into the, well, through the ocean. I'll probably use glass all the way down where you can watch villagers plummet to their death in lava, because that sounds like fun. And then I'm going to hook the system up from there into here. And yeah, it should be good. So next time up, awesome. Alright, it's the next day. And see, he's put a building around the chicken shack. It's a little fancy to be calling it a shack, like all the detail and whatnot. I like to consider it a little bit more fancy than that. And I've done a little bit off camera over here. Oh, there we go. Basically just put a floor on the trading post and added some walls going around. But yeah, it's starting to come along. The next thing I think I should probably do is get these waterways sorted, where the villagers are basically going to be riding on water down and around. So I need to run blocks all the way around in this kind of like little. Can I get up? Can I? Come on. No. All right, I can't get up there. They'll ride along up on there and around on all the closed ones and drop through the open ones. We'll see when I get it finished, because I just need to run this. One sec. Alright, so I got the basic waterways in. I'm just going to make these too high because I want to be able to make it easy to keep them moving when they reach the end of a water stream. And I can't decide if I want gray or light gray. I think I'm going to go with the gray. I like the darker color a little bit there. So I just need to double this up, make it too wide all the way along here with glass. And I like the glass because then we can still see the villagers moving along the top here in the system. So let me just run this around, and then I'll probably bring you guys along for the journey of sticking the water in, because that's always fun, especially with all this redstone around. Make sure all the spots are all sealed up nice and tight before you pop any water around your redstone. So let me get this glass in place. Alright, it's the moment of truth time. Got the glass all laid around, and we're gonna start putting the water. So I want to drop the villagers right here and start pushing them into the system. So I'm gonna put the first water source there, and oh, it goes. Oh, thank God, it hasn't made a mess yet. Alright, so now I need to put a sign here, and then I need to put a sign there, and then I can put more ice there, and then if I pop that, it should keep on going. Excellent. Oh, I fell in, but that should keep them moving along, and they shouldn't stop in that spot. So perfect. Alright, well, let me get out of the system and run the rest of the water around, because this is going pretty smoothly and I need to fly myself back up there. So oh, here we go. Oh, alright, let me get back up there and get all the water in place. Look at that. This is perfectly spaced out, which is good because it would have just flowed down there and wiped out probably nothing from where it would have hit. That's down an extra block, but yeah, it's perfectly worked out to the very end here. That's spectacular. That's amazing. So the next part is going to be to get some rails along the bottom here that will eventually take them to the villager demise system, as well as the actual villager demise system itself. So that kind of answers the question of what I'm going to do with this corner. I'm glad I didn't decide to start building pillars and stuff. I still need to figure out what I need to do with this space. I'm assuming some kind of storage for emeralds and enchanted books will be in this general area. There's going to be a portal here as well, so we can come directly down into the trading center when we need to. And I need to work out some kind of like front door here, front wall, so no nasties can get inside. No nasties. and probably some kind of roof eventually too, you know, things like that. But I need to go over to my chest of glory over here and get myself a bunch of rails. I probably need to make some powered rails because I do not believe that I have near enough powered rails to make this villager disposal system. Let me get rid of some of this crap. Yeah, 14 powered rails. I don't think so, given that it's going to be mostly powered rails on this, 'cause as soon as they fall in, I want them just to be taken to their death. I don't want there to be any messing around with backing up and bumping into each other. I had a lot of problems with that on my old server, so straight up, once they fall in, they're just going to power zip to their death. So let me get the disposal rails put in, because that's just, you know, laying some rails, some redstone blocks under them for power. It's going to be basically in this little trench that I dug right here, and this will take them to their deaths. Alright, villager disposal system is in. You can see way down there, bedrock, there is some lava. So they basically fall down onto this rail, and they will get shot off to their death. So the next part, and essentially the last part to get this actually up and functional, is going to be to punch myself a little maintenance door, like right here. Is this a safe place? Yeah, I'm gonna put like a metal door with a button or something on it, and I need to set up the rails that are gonna get villagers from over there up and around and over to here. So let me figure out the best way to do that, get some rails and shit in my inventory, and be right back. Alright, if I've done all of this correctly, push this button. Oh, it's got him. It's a cleric too, so I can just kind of toss him. He's gonna go right his way up there. Come on, drop in the slot. Drop in the slot. He's moving. He's moving. He's in the slot. Look at that. Functional. We just have one more thing to test. Do I push this button? And if I run over here, does he fall to his death? Come on. I hear it. Oh, there he goes. All the way to his death. All the way down to the bedrock, where there's lava waiting for him. I've done it. I have successfully built all the pieces of this villager trading breeder setup, other than I need to build a storage area that has chests up at the other one that you can pass shit from one to the other fairly easily, but that's a pretty straightforward system. I also need to add a button over here to push to request a villager, and I need to add a double chest with a hopper hooked up to this dispenser, so it has a lot more than just 9 chests or 9 minecarts in it. So I got a few little pieces left to go, but let me get these little additional done. Obviously, you know, I need to like probably block this off when we're not using it, so baby zombies can't come in here and get at all my villagers, because that would be mucho not good. But well, I'll probably build like a tunnel eventually, like a safety tunnel all the way along. And this whole area needs to be well decorated and shit too. So there's more to come beyond just what's going to happen in this episode, but there's a few little pieces I need to finish up before this episode can be considered done. Alright, we're all set up. I enclosed the wool rail line with glass, help them protect, and I ran this little redstone line that goes in and triggers that. Obviously I want to cover this shit up eventually too, and we still got a little bit of decorating and whatnot to go, but as soon as, oh look, there he is, red shirt is here. Let's see if he's ready to see. He says yes. Say yes. I just push this little button here and boop, you should see. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Here it goes. Bam. And then you should nicely slide right in here. Bam. Success. Success. Alright. Let me screw around with these guys for a little bit, and then I'll do a closing clip. Alright, as you can see, we've been busily filling this place up with villagers. And Red Shirt came up with a genius idea. We were having problems with the corner, so stick fence posts down there instead of blocks. They were drowning in these points, so we had to go to the single one, which means they still get kind of a little hung up on the signs there. And on this side it's especially bad because their mine carts are sideways, so they get stuck on this fence or this sign and that sign pretty good. So I don't see a way around that. We just have to kind of like push them around, but once it's filled out we won't really have to matter. So awesome suggestion with using those. And if I jump down here and I look at this guy right here, look at this. Oh, mending for 16 fucking emeralds. Fucking beautiful. Fucking beautiful. And this wall here, it's only temporary. I just put it up so mobs can't just wander their way in here. And of course now we got a portal, so we can get back and forth between here and the nether. Make it nice and quick and convenient. So, but that's going to be it for me for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead and mash that like button a little bit. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, go ahead and subscribe. The next few episodes are going to be pretty good. The next one, I'm finally going to take a foray into the end and collect myself some shulker boxes and whatnot. And yeah, and after that we got some more good builds coming up. So go ahead and subscribe and check out all the great content that is forthcoming.